Like Coco Chanel said, a woman who does not wear perfume has no future. Just kidding. No, not really. She actually did say that. And I think perfume is a great invention. I think everyone should use it, including you. So what are the common types and what are the different mistakes that we make? Are you ready? Here we go. So as you all know, perfume comes in all different shapes and forms. There are like the perfume balm, there's like the eau de toilette, eau de cologne, eau de parfum, and then the parfum. Obviously, there are different many types depending on the aromatic compounds, but I just want to name the most important ones and the most common ones that you can find today. First, I'll talk about the perfume balm. What I want to say is that it's not ideal because, you know, the fun of wearing perfume is the whole spraying process. And if you're just using a balm, you're just taking the fun out of everything. So, I mean, it's good that it's travel friendly and usually tend to last longer because it's not as heat and light sensitive. But I think the smell of the actual perfume does get altered when it's made into a balm version. However, it's probably one of the best way to apply perfume in public because it's most discreet. You can't even see it. You could just be like secretly, you know, done. The second one is the eau de cologne, and that's most commonly found in men's fragrance. However, there are women ones that do have eau de cologne too. They're probably the most lightweight type of perfume because it only contains 3 to 5% aromatic compounds. With this one, it can be quite generous, so you can actually be, you know, quite you know. What I usually like to do is I do the sides of my neck, the back of my neck, by both wrist, elbows, as well as behind the knees, especially if you're wearing a skirt or like, you know, shorts or whatever, like your knees are exposed. So I like to do that. So the next one is eau de toilette, and this one is actually quite common. So eau de toilette, it contains about 5 to 50% of aromatic compounds. It's slightly bit more heavier than the eau de cologne. Sometimes it's marketed as the lighter version of the perfumes, and so a lot of like fragrance houses might not be happy to hear that it's a watered down version. So sometimes they might change the note in the actual eau de toilette so it smells completely different or has its own scent. For example, my favorite scent from Dior is called Blooming Bouquet, and it only comes in eau de toilette. So when I spray this, I spray on the sides of my neck, on my wrist, and behind my knee if I'm wearing a skirt or shorts. And then usually I need to reapply after every 4 hours. However, like I have to say and stress this, that whatever perfume that I wear on my skin in particular might be different to what it would last on your skin. So maybe for me it's 4 hours, for you could be like 6, 8, 12 hours, who knows, you know? So you have to keep in mind with the natural oils of your skin as well as your hormones and the body type and all that. The next one is eau de parfum. And this one contains 10 to 20% of aromatic compounds, which is also one of the most common form of fragrance you can find on the market. With this one, it lasts about 6 hours to 8 hours, and sometimes the scent changes ever so slightly after 4 hours, so it's like a completely different new scent. For example, the Chanel No. 5 Eau de Parfum, it contains both jasmine, rose, aldehydes, and a hint of vanilla, but only after 4 hours of wearing it. Me personally, I find that then does the jasmine come up and you can smell it, and that's when I actually enjoy it better. I usually do 3 squirts, which is then both sides of my neck and on my wrist. That's it. So the last one is Parfum. This is the balm. It usually contains 20 to 40% of aromatic compounds, which is almost half. So that's why usually they're like in little bottles and they're really expensive, and it's like a luxury to apply them. Usually I prefer the dab version because it just feels a bit more luxurious to have, you know, to have the bottle tip over, and then you apply this behind the ears and on your wrist. That's it, and that will last you all day. The next part is obviously most important, is finding the fragrance that suits you. As I have mentioned, there are different percentage of aromatic compounds, and each of them will react differently to the different types of skin you have. So whether it might smell on me could smell totally different on you, and what could smell good on you can smell bad on me. So take your time, go choose a perfume that you like, and usually when I do find something I like, because I'm super picky, I like stock up, and that's like literally all I use all year round. So good luck. The best time to apply perfume is obviously after shower, when you know you've washed off all the dirt and smelly bits throughout the day and your skin is fresh, you know, so whatever you apply on next gets better absorbed. So that's when you apply perfume, because that will stick and that will smell the best. Number 2, this is actually really important. You know, actually perfume holds better onto moisturized skin as opposed to dry skin. So make sure when you come out of the shower, you actually moisturize, so then the fragrance have something to hold on to. Otherwise, it will fall off with your dry, flaky skin. Basically, the best part to apply perfume is all your pulse points, because that's the warmest part in your body. So for example, behind your ears, you're like around your neck here, and also on your wrist, that's where it reacts naturally to the perfume and it sends out that aromatic naturally and it smells best. That's like the prime. When applying perfume, and this is something that I see a lot of people make a mistake on, is when applying perfume, make sure you actually apply from a distance, so at least 20 to 30 centimeters away, and allow the mist to gently fall onto your skin and not have a pool of it, because it actually distorts the smell and you're wasting a lot of the product as well. So you're actually not doing, what it's supposed to do. This one I also see a look would do is they rub each other, like rub their wrist each other and then like do this and go crazy. Don't do that, because it is already warm enough, and by doing that and you're actually overheating the fragrance, so you're actually going to change the fragrance, and also you're bruising it, so it's gonna be like bruising yourself. And also the fragrance, so what's the point, right? Just let it gently, naturally fall and let it do its work by itself. Okay, the last one is very important, is avoid mixing smells. So a lot of the fragrances do come with its own complementing body products, i.e. like body soaps and shower gels and body lotions and whatever, all that stuff. Try to use the complementing ones if you can. If you can't find one in your scent, then use a body lotion that has no scent. So something like Cetaphil or whatever. Strongly suggest you do not mix scents.